Now Torres. Iniesta's in the middle. Torres is trying to find him. It's broken for Fabregas. Now it's Iniesta. This is it. That's the goal. Spain have surely won the World Cup.
Homelessness affects me on a daily basis because I go to Urban, and every time I go to lunch, I walk up to Hage Street to the market and I see all these, I don't want to say druggies, let's say druggies. And I feel bad. It makes me feel I'm very privileged and thankful.
They interact with me on occasion, whether to ask for something or try to sell me certain things or what have you. I think my daily life is such that it doesn't have a huge effect, except that I'm sort of surrounded by it at all times.
I think it would kind of build a sort of like community and kind of teach people how to like come together as one and participate in something, I guess, and kind of teach people how to work together.
This seems like a person who doesn't interact with other people. You know, they're talking to themselves, they're loud, they don't know how to, you know, they've lost that social interaction, right? I could definitely conceive of it being very lonely, right? And so it maybe just having, you know, and obviously not healthy, right? And so there's getting out, playing sports with other people, soccer in particular, is that good for the people who are struggling with that? Yes, I think so. I mean, is it also just good for people emotionally to have a kind of support system? Something they do. I mean, I think it's good in general for people to have a routine.
Found this program through a rehab, brought soccer back into my life, and then it kind of showed me like what a sober life could look like, because I hadn't seen anybody who had a sober life that I might want or want to be a part of. We have a team of 5 players. 2 of them are nominated to go into the Homeless World Cup. I went to the Homeless World Cup. 2 players last year went to the Homeless World Cup. They're also in recovery. They're mothers, some of them are grandmothers, and this is a great platform for them to show other women that there's a life outside of abusive relationships, a life outside of drugs.
My opinion is that the way this country handles drugs isn't necessarily the right way to do it. Just like I'm sure some of it's caused by mental illness not being treated, and I don't think the way we handle mental illness is the right way. I don't think we provide enough treatment of mental illness and drug abuse as opposed to punishment of those two things, right? I think we tend to just say, oh, throw them in jail if they're using drugs, or throw them in a psych ward if they have problems, as opposed to try and treat and support that. That's my personal bias on the subject.
If I have an answer, what should be done with homelessness? I think we should make more shelters. Job training would be also great. Maybe have some organizations like Street Soccer help the homeless, which would result in them moving forward and maybe one day gaining a job.